friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a Craftsman family house. I made this house quite a while ago while I was on a break from, this was before I had a break from building, and I think I just wanted to make a house that was super appropriate to kind of like a medium-sized family, just getting kind of like maybe 2 kids kind of house. And this house pretty much has all that a normal house would in real life. Like, it has a laundry room, it has the appropriate sizes, it has a garage. I don't think the garage is fully yeah, it is fully attached. And I wanted to make it a different level, and I wanted to raise the house quite the foundation up, but it's really difficult to kind of know exactly, like, to follow a plan in your head when the foundations are just weird and messed up in The Sims 4. So I do have to kind of alternate the plan that I was following, but I did change up quite a bit. There is a lot that I like. I kind of drew inspiration from a Pinterest layout, just because it's so much easier to look at an idea and build it than it is to just think about it. And sometimes when I don't have the inspiration in my head, I kind of need to draw it from somewhere else. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm pretty sure this house actually has a lot of closets because in real life you would naturally have closets in most of the rooms in the house. So I decided to put those in, and here I am playing around with the stairs, which I find like the configuring the stairs are super annoying, and I can never get it how I actually want it to look because it kind of breaks off in like weird spots, and this was about the best I could do at that point. I did actually end up really liking it, but yeah, it's been quite a while since I've looked at this build. I started editing it like months ago, and I don't know what happened. I just stopped. I need to take a drink of water. Ooh. I feel like I always talk so much during these. I've literally only talked for like not even 3 minutes, and I'm already like out of breath. Yeah, so I was trying to make an open kind of balcony, and it kind of ended up looking really silly. I don't know if I end up going with that in the end, because I think I might have had problems with the roof, and I had to just make the house kind of fit around it. So I made the room bigger, and originally I was going to make a bathroom right there. I don't know if I change it. You'll have to bear with me. It's kind of just remembering as I go what exactly I did in this kind of spot. Oh yeah, so I made the house a lot bigger than I thought it would be, and so I picked a smaller plot of land, and I didn't end up having enough room for a backyard. But a lot of the times when houses are kind of on a corner lot like this, they face the opposite way of the other houses, and they don't end up having a backyard. They end up having a side yard. So the house is not fenced in, but it does have a little bit of a yard, and because it's a family house, I ended up putting a lot of children and / toddler kind of stuff outside. And yeah, just so there's more activities. I feel like the more kind of things you can put in that your Sims can do, the more you're gonna like the house and use the house, because obviously The Sims has its flaws, and it's just more fun for gameplay to have more things, especially for toddlers. I feel like toddlers and kids kind of get a kind of like boring gameplay aspect. I was playing The Sims 3 the other day, and the kids, they have so much more things to do. Like, they can go outside and like collect bugs and stuff. And I know you can do that with outdoor outdoor retreat pack, but you have to go on a vacation just to go get that stuff, and seems kind of silly. But yeah, the Sims kids, they can do so much more, and there's so much more activities, and you know, you really have to work on their traits. I do enjoy the fact that we have like a kind of manners kind of reward system that you have to like see if the kid's gonna have like good or bad manners and stuff. That's kind of interesting in The Sims 4, and I like that approach, but there's just so much more activities, and you get like opportunities where like someone will call you and ask you to like do something, and you get like a reward for either your job, your school, or like money or some kind of thing just for doing some extra activities on the side, which I wish they would have incorporated that a little bit more. And then I started playing The Sims 4 again, and they recently put in odd jobs, which is kind of like a nod to the opportunities in Sims 3, which I actually really enjoy. So I don't think that kids or teenagers can do those, so I think it's only adults. So yeah, then again, it has its perks and its non-perks. I don't know. Oh yeah, so when I think of Craftsman, I always think of those wooden beam arches along the roofs. I have no idea what they're called. I'm sure somebody else knows, but I always think of those, and what I tried to do is I tried to incorporate it into the roof because they look so funny. They just stick so far out, so I tried to like push them as far in and make it look like it's part of the roof and not like a like hanging off the roof kind of. I don't know, like it just looks kind of silly, so I tried to incorporate it into the build instead of like having it like as a add-on on the build, if you know what I mean. And I love these wood pillars with the rock bases. I just wish they came in a few different color swatches, but yeah, the gray, I think what we're going for is like a grayish, brownish, and white look, and I love those windows. I think those are like the $30 windows that came with either Seasons or Cats and Dogs. I cannot remember because they have similar kind of looks. Ooh, and then here I'm putting in my signature recycling and garbage area. I always like to enclose them in kind of like a, I don't know what you call like a wall, like a shed area kind of feel. Where I live, we have back alleys, so we have like our backyard, and then we have an alley, and then somebody else's backyard, so it's like kind of like a gravel road, and everybody puts their garbages behind their house, and the garbage trucks go behind the houses and pick them up. So all of the houses, they have like a container to keep like animals and like people out of their garbage. And I think it's also for shelter from snow and stuff, because we tend to get quite a bit of snow. So, well, not normally, but like sometimes we get quite a bit of snow, so it's just easier for the garbage people to get into. So where I'm from, it's pretty popular to have like an area for your stuff to go. I don't know about other areas. I've never been anywhere else really. So yeah, I always tend to put those in. Like I started a few years back, and whenever it looks good with a house, I'll do it, because I don't know, it's just something that like resonates with me. It makes sense to me, and I think it looks good. It's kind of like a tidy area, and you know, it's not like right in front of your house, so it's not like obstructing the view. I don't know, it makes the garbage look a little bit more pretty, I guess, which I don't know if that's even possible. But yeah, so I always find a hard time picking some kind of gray, because we always have like the stairs, the foundation, and the floor, never ever match, so it always looks so silly when you have like a different color foundation to your stairs and the flooring. And I always have such a hard time picking the colors. Yeah, so I'm just like landscaping, and I left quite a bit in. Like, I don't think I edited too much out of this building because I wanted you to see a lot of the process and how I kind of designed the house. Naturally, in all the garages, I usually put in a lot of skill building activities, or I put shelves to make it look like they are storing stuff in the garage, seeing as we don't have actual working cars. And then because I think this is like a single garage, if I had a double garage, I maybe would have got a debug car and put it in, but it just seemed like a waste of time and space. So I decided to actually make it a skill building room, and you can put whatever you really want in there. After, I always love having a sale table because in my gameplay I end up collecting a lot of random things, and sometimes I'll just have a day where I sell them and make some extra cash for the house. And I always put in what are those things called, a thermostat, where it changes because seasons is like so frustrating, but sometimes if you don't have a thermostat, your Sims will freeze in their own house, or they'll get too hot in their own house, and it's so frustrating because I usually almost always forget when I'm just playing for myself, and that frustrates me so much. So I really, really try to put them in all the houses I build now, just so when I get to gameplay, I'm like, why are they overheating, or why are they freezing to death? They're not even outside. I know why, at least I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, and then we have a laundry room, and I love those colors of washing machines. I think it's like a super pretty color, and this house is obviously gonna be blue and gray and white inside. It's kind of my go-to colors at the moment, and so is this flooring. I love the like marble tile flooring. It's kind of like I definitely have to say it's my favorite in the whole like Sims floorings. I put that in almost every house I play in, and even when I'm not playing in a house and I'm just building for fun, I always end up going back to that flooring. And so here I am just making a half bath for downstairs, so they don't have to run upstairs to do their stuff. I was gonna say duties. Yeah. And you're just like sprucing it up, making it look cute. And then so we have the garage, the laundry room, a half bath downstairs. We have a kitchen, a study, living / family room, and then a dining room, and like there's a eating kitchen, which is kind of like where like the island also has seats so you can eat in the kitchen, which I think is so funny that they named it that. And then I'm putting some lights in. I know the door is kind of off-centered, but I kind of like it. I always do everything super even in the houses, like everything's symmetrical, and it's just kind of nice to like have it a little bit off for once. Usually that would annoy the crap out of me, but it's not actually bugging me that much this time. So I left it like that. I kind of like it. If you don't like it, you can always get rid of the little closet that ends up going in the side there, and kind of move the house over one tile. Yeah, oh my gosh. I love when you like walk in the door and like the stairs are like right there. I don't know why. It's just like a preference. I don't like having to go like halfway across the house to find the stairs. I don't know why. That's such a weird thing that I like. And then I think we go with the same counters that we had in the bathroom. I'm not going with these. It's too much brown. It does not go with the flooring for the dining and living room. I think I just end up using the same stuff that I was using in the bathrooms. At least that way it's cohesive a little bit. What am I doing? I think I was trying to do like a little nook off the side there. do I do it that way or do I do it the other way? I always get so confused with some of the islands. Like, it's so hard to make them sometimes they look really silly, like some of the pieces don't line up in the way that I think that they should line up, and it really frustrates me a lot. So yeah, not going with those colors. Then we go back to a kind of gray theme, a white, and I want to say those counters are black, but they're not fully black, they're like a charcoal. And then yeah, here is the kitchen, and it's a pretty good size for a family kitchen, not complaining. Oh, I did put the sink really far away. And then we have like a coffee maker. For some reason, I always put in a microwave, and I was recently playing the other day just for fun, and I realized I never ever use the microwave, like ever. Like, my Sims never use the microwave, and I think now there's just such a pointless thing to put in builds when they don't even use it. I mean, you could if you're gonna make like pizza rolls, but like 9 times out of 10 you're either having a quick meal or you're making something on the stove. So yeah, it's just like the microwave's kind of useless, and it never looks good in the builds. Like, it kind of looks like it takes up too much space, and I always end up putting it in a corner because usually you can never use the corners. So I usually find it's a good place to put the microwaves because it makes the space a little bit more useful. Yeah, I love that jungle adventure tile. I love it so much. It goes so well with this kitchen, and that's why the house ends up being pops of blue, because I love the tile and it has pops of blue. So then I just go with the flow, and I automatically just start going with the blue theme. And then you'll see I'll go back and change quite a bit. I start off thinking blue, 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 and then I'm like, oh my gosh, that's too much blue. So then I go back to neutral colors, and yeah, it's just like a process my mind goes through. I always focus on like one color scheme in a house, and I know most houses aren't super cohesive like that, especially when you have kids. You're kind of like, family houses aren't usually designed, so, but in my head they are, so that's what we go with. And then I was just trying to find a big enough table for this space, and I also wanted to look really like a farmhouse kind of table, which I'm kind of in love with right now. It's kind of like my go-to. And then I'm just trying to fill up that one little space there because it kind of looks blank, and my mind has to have something there. And then I'm filling in the dining room. I never really know what to put in a dining room, especially one that has this much like windows. So I'm always like, I can't fit any shelves in here. I can't fit a bar. I can't fit a buffet. So I always end up sticking in random plants and hoping that looks good. And then I love this living room. It kind of looks like a sunroom because it has so much windows. And I love sunrooms so much. If I could have a dream house, they would have a sunroom 100%. And I would just lounge in there like a cat in the sunlight and just like bathe in the warmth of the sun. Like, that's the ultimate dream. I also want a hammock in my dream house. I think there was hammocks in, what was it, like Sims 2 or 1 or something. There might even be in 3, but I haven't played. I've only played recently the base game in Sims 3, and I used to have all the packs, and for some reason I have no idea where they all went, because when I started playing Sims 4 I like lost all the stuff I had because I had switched computers so many times. So I kind of like lost all my Sims 3 expansion packs, which was a lot of money, which I'm really sad about it because I spent like all my like money. Like, I first started working, I spent all my money on the Sims expansion packs, and now I have nothing to show for it, so it's kind of sad. Yeah, and then we're making like this little sitting nook. It was kind of like an odd space that I had, and because I already have a room for the study, I thought it was kind of like it would be odd if I had another study. So I just put in a nice little sitting area, kind of like, I don't even know what you would do there. Maybe like extra sitting for parties or family gatherings. And then I also love this coffee table kind of TV stand, and it's like the only coffee table that fits that TV that I like. So, and then, oh my god, I don't know what it is about these couches, but I love them so much. And I know they don't even look that comfortable, but I love those couches so much, and I love the color. So obviously if I'm going for a blue theme, I'm gonna love that color, but everything went really easily in this house. Like, I didn't have any trouble furnishing, and it was so much fun to actually build. Like, usually I have like struggles and I'll be like, oh, this doesn't fit with this theme, but like everything was just like working. It was just one of those days where I was like, I think I made this house in like 3 hours. Like, I just enjoyed it and I didn't stop. Usually I have breaks in between and I'll go get like food, or I'll wait another day and then come back, but like I had no trouble building this house whatsoever, and it was so much fun. What just happened? Oh, okay, I thought my like thing froze, but it didn't. How far along? Oh, we're 20 minutes in and we still have about 10 minutes or more to go. And yeah, I don't know. I've talked about everything I could. I don't even remember anything that I had built, but I do have a lot of videos coming up. So I just want to say that even though I haven't been posting quite recently, I will be now that I'm back. And I have quite a few builds already lined up and edited and ready to go out, so please stick around. I promise I will be way better at putting out videos. I just needed a break to come back and enjoy the game again. So if you do have any ideas for me or suggestions, that would be great. You just leave them in the comments and I will try to do some of your suggestions. And yeah, I'm just really, really excited to be back and, you know, having the passion to build again. It's so exciting. I do have some lots coming out that are, what are they called? They're commercial lots. They're not like housing lots, not residential. That's the word I was looking for. So I have a commercial lot for a science layer or science lab, and I have a few other houses. Let me know, just any suggestions. I will take them into consideration for sure. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate all the love that I get on this channel, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.